We have got a loop map on the page. If I go and click one of these, I get a pop-up card. If I click any of these items, it's going to move and highlight. I can go and click view details. If you're using the filter builder version 5, go and check out the earlier video I did on that. If I go and pick, say, bungalow number 2, the map is going to auto fit to show them. And if I, for instance, say, let's not see bungalow, let's go to all, because I know I've got one property in London, you can see them down there and you can zoom in and out and basically do what you want. You know, I've spent so much time on the filter builder and I've brought out a new version, and of course I've expanded on the Elementor website course that you really should check out for a step-by-step instruction on how to build everything out, especially with the loop map. But the loop map is a brand new widget that I'm putting out there that you can use for free. As long as you've got a custom field with postcode, and you are going to have to get a map box token, which you can use for free for 50,000 views, you could now have a loop grid and a filter system. You don't have to have the filter system, by the way. You could just have a loop grid which has a map next door to it, because maybe you're showcasing properties or venues or just something like an event thing. Maybe you're doing meetings or just showcasing something that's happening in your area. Once you've clicked the link in the video description and got hold of the code snippet and go and save and activate it in the code snippets plugin that you can use for free from the WordPress repository, what you will find, if I go over here and I now type map, you will see loop map. It's there inside of Elementor. You go and drag that onto your page, and once you've dragged that, you have to add in a map box token. You go, I'll add in a URL. You just go in, log in, or sign up for free. It's free to sign up, and then you go and create a token. The important bit is that if this is going to be visible, the map, on a particular page or a particular website, to be honest, you got to make sure you put that URL key in. All you got to do is say create new token for this URL, and then it generates it for you. And I'm just going to expand on the screen. You can go and select your map type. I've gone for light. You can set your zoom. You can have an auto fit. If you want to go in the code snippet and change these to center it on a particular location, you can do. But I think auto fit works better, because then it auto fits the map to, you know, fit in the markers that are visible. You go and set up your query, and this is important. If you are going to use the filter builder, make sure you use this query ID in the map. You then need to enter in your custom key. So I created a custom field inside of my listings post type called postcode. And that's all you do. You enter in a postcode. You can enter in an address. You can enter in a zip code. You can pop in the address if you know, the full address if you want. The map box, when it's connected up, is basically going to take that, convert it into the longitude, latitude codes, and then pop it onto the map for you. So it works it all out. Just make sure you pick your listings type as well. You don't, I mean, you know, you can have as many on here as you want. If you are going to have a search filter, so at the top, I can do a search as well. So for instance, if I go and type in Syston and I say this area only, I'm only going to get one property. If I was to say, give it to me for 5 miles, it will then show me what's within 5 miles. If I said 100, it's going to pick up the London one as well. But if you don't want to show that search facility, you can disable it. And when you are editing, it will still be visible, but once you publish and go to preview, it won't be there. You can decide on your markers. Now, I have found that even when you pick your global color, I'm going to show you, when you do this, it will default to a turquoise color. So what you want to do after you pick your color, go and click it, click the color again, and that is now set as the color. Decide if you're going to have a default pin, which is like, you know, your pin, little thingy-midgy pin, or you can go for a circle, or you could even add in a custom image. And by the way, when it says custom image, you could, if you want, add in an icon. For instance, let me just show you. Let me go and add in this house. And when I go to my map, you can see what it's doing, which I have to say isn't absolutely the clearest. But if you wanted to have particular symbols, you could do so. Here's the really clever bit, the pop-up card. So when you click on any of these markers, it will then show a featured image, a title, a subtitle field. And that subtitle field can be any of your custom fields or anything you want to show. You may want to show the postcode or the address. You could do that. You may want to show another field. So if you want to show how many bedrooms there are for this particular post type, you go and say show it, and then you say this particular slug. You can have a button, and the button could go to the post, so it actually goes somewhere. And you can even set the size of your map as well. So if you wanted to on the mobile, you could have it smaller or bigger. And you also have the style tab. So for the pop-up card, the colors and how big it is. And I mean, look, can you see what I'm doing over there? You can change all of that. Let me pop that back to 180. Your border radii, your colors for all that, your search controls. So if you want to set a background color, borders, typography, all of that, it's all there for you. And even the close button. You can make it be full screen and just have a filter system on the left. But the really, really clever bit, I think, is that when I click this, because I've used a marker, it kind of puts like a box around it. It then shows me the relevant details. Look, I'm going to prove it to you. I click that. It's now jumped to that one. View details. It will take me over to the single post template I've got there. I can close by hitting the X, or I could click outside the map. I could also, if I want, let's just go for 14 Willow Close. I could click on the button as well and go to the single post template over there. But there's so much versatility in what you can do. And all you got to do is make sure you got a custom field called postcode. Just imagine what you can now do with some of your loop grids. And remember, you could even add in, if you are using the filter builder, a date filter or a month filter. So you could pick like, I don't know, December 26, and it's going to show you all of the events that are happening in December 26 on the map. If you really, really, really want to understand more about how to use the loop map and how to build it out step by step, stage by stage, go and check out the Elementor website course, which has now moved into phase 3, where we build out that directory website. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking. Are you going to use it? Are you using it already? Well, I don't know. Are you using it before you watch the video? Watch this video before you use it and go check out our course. I'm Imran, Web Squadron. Like, subscribe, share, and follow. I'll see you again. Take care. Bye.